the very first one is, since you spoke about ROI.
A lot of people are concerned about is paisa kitna milega.
Okay.
Would you believe me if I say in UK a nurse can operate? So there are universities जहाँ पर हम UCAT के बिना भी भेज सकते हैं. In physics वाला, we take the initiative and change the entire market.
Yeah.
We started doing it. Now everyone has to do it.
That's the initial essence of physics wala only.
Yes.
Why should a student choose UK for pursuing MBBS?
So UK being one of the best country for the job assurance because they give 100% job assurance.
What exactly is the fee structure in UK?
Is for nursing, the tuition fee lies around between 14 lakh.
March is like next month is March.
Yeah.
So if a student is planning now, can he fly in March?
A lot of slogans, I've read it many times that UK jana hua bahut aasan. So that is actually not the Uttarakhand UK, okay? That is United Kingdom only. You won't believe there are hundreds of specialization for nursing. There are universities who consider the students without biology as well.
Hello, hi, and welcome to yet another exciting episode on AcadFly. I am Shatakshi, and today we have someone with us who is very known in the UK education market. He has a 6-year experience in the medical education market in the UK. Welcome, Keshav. Welcome to our podcast.
Thank you so much, Shatakshi, for this great introduction. And thank you so much for calling me to this stage. I really wanted to get in touch with a lot of students. So thank you so much for bringing me here.
Absolutely. So this podcast is going to be really exciting because in today's video, we are going to talk about a very, asked question. We get a lot of questions from you guys about the MBBS in UK. Medical in UK, it's majorly going to be about MBBS and nursing as well. In this video, we're going to cover the fees, the eligibility criteria, the intakes we have, and a whole lot more. So let's start with the video. And Keshav, my very first question to you is that why should a student choose UK for pursuing MBBS or any medical degree?
That's a strange question basically that people ask me. Even the student come and ask me, but it's UK. It's really a country that everybody wish to go to and get their education done. And there are a lot of reasons for that. It's not just that it's a country who's developed or something like that, but even in the academics, there are plenty of reasons कि बच्चा वहाँ जाना चाहता है. The first reason starts with जो भी medical करते हैं, they have the first question that how would be the research, because the research is something that matters for their career.
Definitely.
And now when you have so much renowned faculty in UK, that research becomes quite easy, and at the same time it's in a country where you get a lot of experiments done with advanced research practices. Okay, and again, this is something that a lot of people are concerned about is paisa kitna milega.
Definitely.
Sare parents, it's money that matters a lot. So UK is one of the country where the budget of education is quite high. But at the same time, अगर मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि आप आज कुछ पैसे लगाते हो and कितने भी पैसे लगाते हो and आप वही पैसे 2 साल में cover कर सकते हो. And for the rest of your journey and rest of your time span that you'll be spending in UK, you can just earn more and more and it's in crores. I can't even tell you the figures, but it is quite high.
Okay.
And apart from that, everybody are concerned about their job assurance. So UK being one of the best country for the job assurance because they give 100% job assurance. When you're traveling to UK, you are basically a liability to the country. They're investing so much in you. So they want to make sure that you complete your education, you get nourished in the medical background, and then you start working as soon as possible.
Okay.
Because they've been struggling to get the medical facilities done. So they want to get onboarded the nurses and the doctors as soon as possible. These are the major factors that basically I believe, and everybody should consider these to choose UK as their country for their education.
All right. So, I have a lot of questions in my mind, but the very first one is, since you spoke about ROI. So, what exactly is the fee structure in UK?
Look, I'll just bifurcate this in two segments because a lot of students go to UK for nursing. A lot of students choose MBBS as their career. So the fee structure, as even in India and even in every country, it's quite different and it's a massive difference. However, the return in both in UK is quite similar. But actually, if I see the recent fee structure that has been there for almost 3 years now, is for nursing, the tuition fee lies around between 14 lakh and it can go up to 25 lakh. It depends which university you choose. And at the same time, when you are choosing MBBS as your career, the fee structure could vary between 40 lakhs and it can go up to 55 lakh. Okay, so it all depends which course you pursue. So this is basically, and I know it's a huge money, and a lot of people thinking that, oh, इतना तो मैं fees नहीं afford कर सकता, but
Yeah.
at the
And
same time,
it's for the whole course, right?
yeah, and at the same time, जब आप return की बात करते हो, then the figures are even better. So the figure that I'm saying is a tuition fee for a year. The return I may say to you would be for a month, and that would be again close to this. So actually, it's very good to invest this much money, and there are a lot of helps that you can get. You can get a loan done. You can also get scholarships, and at the same time, UK University gives you scholarships as well. Okay, so this is something that they have to invest initially as their tuition fee. Rest, it's quite easy to go to UK.
All right. We spoke about the tuition fees. Now, my question will be: which are there any specific universities you will suggest that students might take admission in?
Basically, we don't suggest. It's basically something that they have to choose by their own.
All right.
But we in AcadFly, we give them the best counseling. We make them select the best universities they could. So in UK, there's a procedure that you can only apply up to 5 universities. So according to their academics, we make them select those 5 universities which are the best for them. Depending upon the fees, the eligibilities, everything, we make them choose 5 universities. And then it all depends which university get them the offer done as soon as possible. There are possibilities. We have seen children, we have seen students who are so good in their academics and they've got offer letter from all these 5 universities, and then it's up to them which university they choose. But yeah, we have our ties up with every single university in UK. So maybe सबको लगता होगा सबने अभी तक ऑक्सफोर्ड से डिक्शनरी पढ़ी होगी. But we have these universities and people can really fly to these universities and get their MBBS or nursing done.
Yeah. Okay. So, if a student wants to go to UK, like, can he fly like tomorrow?
No.
What are the intakes?
It's not so easy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's quite easy. So
definitely, if I said tomorrow, it doesn't, because it takes a lot of time and visa approval and a lot of that.
So it's not the visa procedure or something like that. But look, you know that even in India, the academic calendar starts from the month of April.
Yeah.
And it gets done by the month of March. So every student start their standard. Let's suppose I'm in 5th standard. I'll start my 6th standard on April 1st, and I'll start my journey till 30th of March. So
yeah.
They have the academic calendars in such a way that they have 2 intakes. There are universities who have multiple intakes, but majorly there are 2 intakes. Okay, one is the March intake, which can go up to April, and the main intake, which is the September intake. It's called the main intake because most of the universities are open for the September intake.
Yeah.
So this is something that you have to plan a year prior. You can select your intakes, get the offer letter. Once you have the offer letter, you can pay the fee, get the visa done, and you can fly.
Okay, so it's February 2025, right?
Yeah.
And March is like next month is March.
Yeah.
So if a student is planning now, can he fly in March 2025?
No.
Not September, no?
No. For UK, no, because there are a lot of things that you have to get done before you fly. But yes, September intake is something that we can definitely assist them for, and they can definitely fly for September.
Alright.
In couple of universities, the intakes are still open. As I've told you that the um, intakes get closed a year prior.
Yeah.
So mostly यही होता है कि intakes बंद हो जाते हैं in the month of January or February for September.
Okay.
But because as I've mentioned कि AcadFly is already in touch with a lot of university और हम directly supply भी करते हैं, इस वजह से हम अभी भी students को September intake में भेज सकते हैं, which is something that is not possible for a lot of people, lot of consultancy. But as AcadFly is the best consultancy and we've been supplying for so many years now.
Yeah.
We can send them directly.
All right. So now this question came in my mind, and it might come in anyone's mind and like any student's mind as well. That what is the eligibility criteria in like for taking admission in UK?
The eligibility, I believe it's quite similar for all the countries. कुछ चीजें change होती है.
Yeah.
UK till now was quite difficult to travel. To be honest, the procedure, the paperwork, the visa procedure, at the same time getting an offer letter from UK was really hard.
Yeah.
Now you might have seen or heard these slogans running on these days. A lot of slogans. I've read it a lot many times that UK जाना हुआ बहुत आसान. So that is actually not the Uttarakhand UK, okay? That is
Definitely.
United Kingdom only, and it's now quite easy
Yeah.
for you to travel to United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Now the eligibility is basically the academics. Okay, we'll start with the academics first. So in the 10th and 12th, now the eligibility would differ for both MBBS and nursing.
Yeah.
For 10th and 12th, if you're pursuing nursing, the academic marks needs to be more than 50%.
Okay.
That's the basic eligibility. There are universities who consider the students without biology as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because you know, nursing.
How come that? Because medical is a field which is like in which biology is very mandate, right?
This is something we think. So in India, बहुत ज़्यादा अलग है. हमारे नज़रिया ऐसा है nursing को लेके that nursing का काम ये है that they just take care of the patient.
Yeah.
Now, when you go to UK, you won't believe there are hundreds of specialization for nursing.
Oh.
So there are major 4 categories जहाँ nursing जा सकती है. That is adult nursing. Second one is a mental health nurse.
Okay.
At the same time, they also have children nurse. So it's registered 6 children nurses, and they also have learning and disability nurses. These are the major 4 criteria and the courses.
Yeah.
And even in this, so there would be ITU nurses, there would be anesthetic nurses, there would be scrub nurses, there would be a lot of. They also have theatre nurses who and they also have nurse practitioner.
Okay.
Would you believe me if I say that in UK a nurse can operate?
Oh.
They can actually act like and work like a doctor, and they are called the nurse practitioner. So
That's
that
great.
tag is given nurse practitioner because they have completed their academics as a nurse, they have pursued their PG, they have completed the research, and now they have the access that they can practice it. So this is something that you don't get in India. So definitely हमारे दिमाग की सोचने की बात है how we see nurses in India and how the nurses are actually in UK. बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ा difference है. Quite great. So if I talk about the eligibility, because that is something that a lot of people ask. So eligibility starts from 10th and 12th, and as I said, there are universities who consider without biology as well. Now, why? Like you asked, it's because they must be having chemistry. So chemistry also includes every drugs, every chemicals. So they can also work as a nurse in UK. At the same time, they would learn everything in their academics while doing their BSc nursing.
Yeah.
That is the first eligibility. That is their marks, academic marks. So at the same time, the another eligibility that they have is EPT. Okay. So they need to have English proficiency test. It can be IELTS.
Yeah.
It can be PTE, and it can also be TOEFL. Most of the university in UK consider IELTS because it's quite renowned and they've been following this for years.
Yeah.
So अगर आपके पास IELTS है, अगर आपके IELTS का स्कोर 6 6.5 से ज़्यादा है. Why I'm saying 6.5? Because आपने देखा होगा UK में बच्चे जा रहे हैं with 6 as well.
Yeah.
And easily हो जाता है. But जितना भी healthcare है, healthcare में they ask 6.5 and above because you'll be in direct contact with the local people.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So it's very much important that you know the English quite fluently. So, and 6.5 is not hard.
Yeah, but
to be honest.
if
So
you
overall, your score needs to be 6.5 and above, and individual scores in your reading, writing, listening, and speaking should be also more than 6.5.
Okay.
So this is the basic eligibility. Once you have this, you can apply for nursing. There's no examination that you have to give. You just have to get your offer letter from the university. You can pay the fee, get the visa approval, and you can fly. But again, there is something which is involved in UK for MBBS, which is not in nursing. And that's because, these people, these MBBS doctors, they need to be quite good in their academics. Okay. So, because of that, वहाँ पर ऐसा है that in addition to these eligibility that I've told you, that their IELTS score needs to be 6.5 and above, their academic needs to be 75 above. It needs in their 12th. It needs to be 75 and above. And they also need to have physics, chemistry, and bio. The admission criteria is such that you have to have at least 75% and above to get an offer letter. And the more you get, the easy it would be for you to get the offer letter from very good universities.
All right.
So that is actually the eligibility in related to their academics. Now, in addition to this, उनको कुछ exams देनी पड़ती हैं in UK for doctors. So they have to give UCAT, they may have to give BMAT. So these are some examinations. There are others too. So ये examination is basically to judge you, access you on the basis of your academics, that how good you are. Like हम यहाँ पर NEET करते हैं. So वहाँ पर NEET की जगह पर वो लोग UCAT लेते हैं. So they consider UCAT or BMAT. Okay. So you need to clear UCAT to get into universities and get a good university.
UCAT for UG?
Yeah.
All right.
So UCAT is basically University Clinical Aptitude Test, and BMAT is Biomedical Admission Test.
Okay.
So basically, you have to give either of these to get your admission done and offer letter to be sent from the university. You have to complete these two examinations. But now again, as I've told you that AcadFly has their partners in UK. So there are universities जहाँ पर हम UCAT के बिना भी भेज सकते हैं. That is UCLan and Buckinghamshire. So UCLan is basically University of Lancashire.
Yeah.
So we are sending students to UCLan because ये बहुत ज़्यादा होता है. Let's suppose you start your, so let's suppose there's a student who is currently in their 12th.
Yeah.
They would complete their academics in the month of March, and it's not possible for you to get an intake done if you start your procedure from March. Because UCAT के जो examination होते हैं वो अक्टूबर में खत्म हो जाते हैं. Not even October. Last time it finished on 26th of September.
Okay.
So September में वो procedure खत्म हो जाता है. So student mostly realize once they complete their 12th. So अगर मैं मार्च में complete करता हूँ, then I have to wait till September for UCAT. फिर मैं UCAT तब दूंगा. So I can get my admission done in UK a year later.
Yeah.
So यहाँ पर जो टाइम वेस्ट होता है, there is two possibilities कि आप दो तरीके से जा सकते हो. One is कि आप अपना प्रोसीजर 12th में रहते हुए मिड 12th में ही शुरू कर दो.
Okay.
या तो आप AcadFly के थ्रू AcadFly के डायरेक्ट सप्लाईज में जाओ, जहाँ हम UCAT कंसिडर नहीं करते, BMAT कंसिडर नहीं करते. हम डायरेक्टली भी भेज सकते हैं.
Like it can be waived off.
It can be. We have waivers. So we can definitely send them to these two listed university without UCAT and BMAT. And this is something that none of the students knows. So they most of the time just believe that मेरा एक साल waste हो जाएगा. Should I go to Russia? Should I go to Georgia?
Yeah.
मैं ऐसी countries चला जाता हूँ जहाँ पर मेरा admission जल्दी से जल्दी हो जाए.
Yeah, exactly.
But they just miss out on the opportunity. They need to research this, and I believe this platform would definitely help me to get to the students and make them understand that even if you've started your procedure in the month of Jan, I have sent 7 students, I guess, in the month of January itself.
That's great.
For UCLan, not the entire UK, I'm just talking about UCLan, who have started their procedure mid-January, and now they have got an offer from UCLan and Buckinghamshire. So it's
Alright.
how easy AcadFly could make it for you and secure your seat even if you start your procedure late.
Okay. So now, again, a very important question, which is, do we have to clear NEET as well? Like a student has to clear NEET, because for other countries, you have to clear NEET first, and only then you will be able to take admission. But
So
obviously, there are
I'll tell
certain
you,
waivers as well, but
this is a misconception and a myth
yeah.
कि सबको ये लगता है कि हम नीट क्लियर करेंगे तभी हमें बाहर एडमिशन मिलेगा.
Okay.
इट्स नॉट. आप किसी भी कंट्री में जाओ, नीट के मार्क्स मोस्टली कंसिडर नहीं होते. नीट आपको इसलिए क्लियर करना है बिकॉज इफ यू गो टू दैट कंट्री, लेट्स सपोज आज मैंने नीट क्लियर नहीं किया, आई गो टू रशिया, आई कंप्लीट माई एकेडमिक्स, एंड इफ आई वांट टू कम बैक एंड स्टार्ट वर्किंग इन इंडिया, इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल बिकॉज मेरी नीट क्लियर होनी चाहिए. Depending on the merit.
Yeah.
Let's suppose मैंने last year attempt किया था, तो last year के general category के हिसाब से मेरे जो marks आने चाहिए थे आ गए. Then I'm flying to Russia, then I'm coming back, I can still get my license in India.
Yeah.
But अगर मैं NEET बिना qualify करे बाहर की countries में जा रहा हूँ, then I'm going on my own risk.
Okay, so you won't be able to get back to India and practice.
No.
And that's the same case for UK also.
That's the case with every country. So they
So then,
mostly ask. So it's very important as a counselor or a mentor or anybody, even if you're looking for your siblings. अगर ये podcast कोई बड़ा भाई देख रहा है अपने भाई के लिए, या कोई parents अपने बच्चों के लिए देख रहे हैं, तो बहुत important है ये चीज गाइड करना कि आप नीट एटलीस्ट क्लियर करके ही बाहर जाओ.
It's an eye opener, like.
Yeah, actually, because you know, mostly जब आप कंसल्टेंसी के पास जाते हैं, उनको सिर्फ आपको भेजना है.
Yeah.
उनको ये नहीं देखना कि 5 साल बाद अगर आप वापस आना चाहो तो उसके बाद के क्या क्या पॉसिबिलिटीज हैं. सो इन अकैडफ्लाई वी टेल द स्टूडेंट, लुक, हम आपको नहीं भेज सकते अगर आपकी नीट क्लियर नहीं है. अगर आप चाहते हो, यू स्टिल वांट टू गो, then you have to go on your own risk.
Yeah.
Either you have to get settled in that country. If you want to and wish to come back, then it's very important that you complete your NEET.
And I think a student should clear NEET, because you never know what situation is going to be there.
Yes.
Because suppose you've completed your MBBS degree, you spent 5 years there, and then maybe 5 years prior you didn't give a thought about this, that okay, I have to settle in India.
Yeah.
But after 5 years, you might think that, okay, it's not working here. So
Yeah.
I think NEET, you have to clear.
True.
All right. So my next question is, all right. So you have done your MBBS. A student has done his or her MBBS.
Yeah.
And then, see, in India, it's mandatory to do a PG course.
Yeah.
So is it mandatory for a student in UK as well?
So even in India, it's not mandatory. But
But
actually,
specialization is very important.
Yeah. So in India, the competition is quite high. So for you to stand out in amongst everybody, it's very important that you get a specialization done. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, it's very much important that you complete your PG so that you get a really great job and you can be in a very great hospital and start practicing. On the other hand, UK, because their academics is actually really great, and they start everything in your MBBS itself. So they give you the specialization from the second year itself. So you can, so not just your specialization, but every year you would be going through 2 specialization. You would do specialization, and again you would next year do some other specialization. Once you complete it, you can choose your specialization and complete your PG. But even if you don't do your PG, it's quite easy for you to get a job in UK. It's because the education there for MBBS is more towards the practice, not theoretical.
Okay.
In India, we mostly have 5.5. Averagely, it's 5.5 years of MBBS, where the first year is 1 year, second year is 1.5 year, third year is 1 year, fourth year is again 1 year. And then we get to done our internship.
Yeah.
So for that entire period, we are just inclined towards theoretics. Okay, we do not start practicing anything. But when you study in UK, तो यूरोप में ना ऐसा है कि आपको प्रैक्टिस पे ज़्यादा ध्यान देना है. वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज में ऐसा है कि आपको प्रैक्टिस पे ज़्यादा ध्यान देना है. सो दे स्टार्ट मेकिंग यू गो स्टार्ट इंटर्नशिप. अब जितना टाइम स्पेंड कर सकते हो हॉस्पिटल में आपको करना है. यू हैव टू कंप्लीट सम CPDs. आपके इतना टाइम इंटर्नशिप का होना चाहिए. तो दे हैव बेसिक क्राइटेरियाज कि आपको इतने टाइम इंटर्नशिप करना है, तभी आपके एकेडमिक क्लियर होंगे. So that's why when you complete your 5 years MBBS course from UK, from the day one, आपको सब कुछ आता है. You can start practicing, you can start operating people. So that's why it's not mandatory, neither in India, neither in nor in UK. But at the same time, it's important to do your PG in India to get a good job.
Okay, since you talked about internship, I have a question related to that. But before that, I want to understand the exact procedure. Suppose a student has completed its 12th.
Yeah.
Then he or she has to clear NEET if they want to come back to India. And then in UK also they have to give an exam to get admission. Is it so?
Yeah. So they have to give UCAT, and UCAT is, if you're clearing NEET, UCAT
You'll be able to clear
very
UCAT.
easy. UCAT is basically, so let's suppose that there's a student comes to me who've studied in a Middle East country. How can I judge them? Because I don't know how the academic is going on in Middle East
definitely
country.
through any
So
of your
I need
tests.
something. Yeah, I need something on the basis of which I can judge that candidate. So that's why they have UCAT, and UCAT is, so again, Indian education system theoretically teach you a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you're appearing for any examination, if you're clearing NEET, it would be, you can go to the entire world's country, any country, and you can clear any examination, because that's how hard it is to clear examination in India. Because theoretically we are very strong. No country even stands close to us theoretically. We are so much into studies, we know everything. It's just that we don't get the opportunity to practice it. And that's what you can get in UK.
All right. So like I was asking about internship first, and I switched to this. So in India, a student who's doing internship is getting, like, I should not say this, but yeah, in peanuts they're getting stipend. What's the case with UK?
Okay, this is a very interesting question that I mostly ask them when my team is doing the counseling. I make them. So basically, it's very important that you interact with parents or the students in such a way that they actually know everything, each and everything, because it's like risking your own child, sending them to a different country. So I just allow them that, make the parent ask anything. It could be that खाना कैसे मैनेज होगा, कौन बनाएगा, कौन बना रहा है, मेरे को उसका नंबर चाहिए. They can ask anything, and it's very important that you share every information to the parents, because they are the guardians. Now, when I talk about this is something that most of the counselors, I have told them to ask this question to the parents. So I'm gonna ask you this question. So in India, averagely, once you complete your MBBS and you start doing your internship, the stipends lies between 40K to 60K.
Yeah.
इस बीच में मिलता है, which is a good money in India. ठीक है, मतलब आपने just complete किया है 5 साल, तो आपको 40-50 हज़ार 60 हज़ार मिलते हैं.
And I've heard in few colleges it's less than that too.
Yeah, it is. बहुत सारे ऐसे बच्चे हैं who are not even can't manage to get an internship in India.
Yeah, exactly. And the ones who are getting, even I think many of my friends who are pursuing, so many of
internship नहीं मिलते.
हाँ, so many of my friends who have pursued MBBS now, because it's been a while and they have pursued MBBS, they have got internship where they're getting stipend somewhere around 20K to 25K also.
Yeah, there's a possibility that it can be less than 40. But
you were asking some question.
Yeah,
let's come to that.
I wanted to ask you that the stipends bracket lies between 40 to 60 averagely in India. I just want you to give me a figure that you think is something that a students get in, so not student, once they complete their MBBS.
Doctors.
Yeah, doctors, they get the title. So what do you think they make once they complete their MBBS in UK? I just want you to give me a figure and I'll just say higher or lower, maybe.
All right. So, like considering UK, if in India you're telling me that they get 40K to 60K, so like considering UK like job market and all of those factors, I think it will be somewhere around 1 lakh in Indian
it's higher.
currency. It's higher.
It's like even lesser than what a nurse make in UK.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So what is the exact amount?
So I'll give you a very like a brief about this, that how, so actually on average a doctor makes 40 pounds once they start their career as a house officer.
Okay.
This could vary up between 35
And
it
what
can
is
go up
a
to
house
60.
officer?
So once you complete your MBBS, you get a provisional license.
Okay.
Okay, and you would be given a title of house officer for 2 years. Then you would be promoted as a senior house officer for 2 years.
Yeah.
Then you would become a SPR, which is specialist registrar,
Okay.
for 6 years, and then you can give an examination to become a consultant. So this is the entire journey after you complete your doctor's degree. But when initially you're as a house officer, it can on an average it vary between 30 to 60. Let's take an average of 40. So मुझे 1 घंटे का 40 pounds मिलता है, and एक shift 10 घंटे की होती है. So I make 400 pounds a day.
Okay.
400 pounds a day. On an average, mostly all of us works 23 days a month.
Yeah.
So if I multiply 400 to 23, it would be close to 920 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 9,200
200
pounds.
pounds, yeah.
And the current rate of pound is 106. I don't think I need to calculate that, but it would be close to 9,75,000
In a month.
in a month. So,
And this is during their internship,
yeah, once they complete their MBBS.
MBBS.
Yeah, as a
Oh
house
my
officer.
God, that's a crazy amount.
So 9,75,000 in a month. Again, I just love to see big numbers. So in a year, it would be close to 1 crore and 10 lakh.
Yeah.
And you've invested close to 2 crore to 3 crore for your entire course. So how much time it's gonna take you?
You'll recover that in, I think, 2 years or 3 years.
Yeah, 2 years max. Because when you're staying there, you would also be doing part times in your
While pursuing your degree, while MBBS
while
also.
pursuing your degree, you would do part times. Even students make a lot of money out of part times. So when you're doing your like MBBS or nursing, you can work as a HCA, which is a healthcare assistant.
Okay.
Okay, because you're already into healthcare, you can assist them. And actually, it's very good to complete your practice hours, CPDs,
Yeah,
and
you'll also get
internship.
exposure to a lot of
Yes.
things. Yeah.
So even in that, they make around 15 to 18 pounds an hour. 15 to 18 pounds an hour.
Oh.
And on weekend, it can go up to 18 to 20 pounds. Let's suppose we again consider it to be 18 pounds. So, and while doing their MBBS, they would be restricted to work more than 20 hours part-time. So they can only work up to 20 hours. So 20 hours, they can work in a week. Let's suppose they're getting 18 pounds. That would be 180 pounds for a week.
Yeah.
And again, for a month, it would be like too good. So they make a hell amount of money in UK. Even in their part-time, they can save it. So definitely they can get everything returned in just 2 years. What all they invest, they can get it. And let's suppose there's a student who just completed the, आपको होता है ना कि यार अब तो बहुत पैसे आ रहे हैं, अब तो खर्च करना है. So again, आप कितना भी खर्च कर लो, आपको 3-3.5 साल से ज़्यादा नहीं लगेंगे. Because इतना पैसा है ना वहाँ पर UK में, that बच्चों को बस ये होता है कि हाँ मैं वहाँ पर डॉक्टर बन जाऊँ, फिर मैं यहाँ हूँ तो मैं यहाँ पोर्शे लूँ, मैं लैम्बोर्गिनी लूँ, एंड मैं जो चाहता हूँ ना अपनी लाइफ में वो सब कुछ करूँ, एंड दैट इज़ पॉसिबल, और वो वहीं पर पॉसिबल है। बिकॉज आप इंडिया में भी डॉक्टर रह के एक बहुत ज़्यादा पैसे कमा सकते हो, बहुत प्रिविलेज लाइफ है, पर एट द सेम टाइम अगर आप आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स सोच के ये नहीं सोचते कि मेरे घर में टाटा नहीं खड़ी रहनी चाहिए, मेरे घर में फरारी होनी चाहिए, तो आप वहाँ जा सकते हो। बिकॉज मैं अगर मुझे ये चीज़ें किसी ने पहले बताई होती तो मैं तो बोलता भाई मुझे मेरे मम्मी पापा को मुझे यूके भेज दो।
That's a quite motivating point for a student.
Yeah, for everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
Money is
Well,
something
like-
that motivates. Jokes apart, but actually this is not something that was told to me. किसी ने मुझे इस तरीके से बताया ही नहीं कि how much I can make, and it's not just money how much you can make. It's about what good exposure you could get.
Yeah, exactly.
Medically, culturally in UK, and then when you fly back to India, and you can be a very good, renowned doctor.
Yeah.
After 10 years, I'm not saying that everybody should go in UK and settle there.
Yeah.
You complete your MBBS, you get everything you have invested, get it returned in couple of years, make a huge amount of money in next 5 years,
Yeah.
then come back to India, set your business, be a very known doctor,
Yeah,
and then
definitely.
start your journey in India. It's not that you just settle there. मैं तो चाहता हूँ कि वहाँ से बढ़ के आए, then इंडिया में आके वही knowledge share करें.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
we want to make sure that in couple of decades we sit there and everybody is flying to India for their medical, and not just medical, for infrastructure, for engineering, everything.
Yeah.
And I believe with what all knowledge we've been sharing through Physics Wala platform, I believe it is possible. मुझे खुद नहीं लगता था, but it is actually possible, because जो knowledge मिल रही है उनको, it's just that बहुत ज़्यादा skill set है Indian youth के पास, and अगर उनको बस एक direction मिल जाएगी. So currently अभी हमारे पास वो infrastructure नहीं है, तो हम उनको direction दे रहे हैं that go to these countries, get your skill enhanced. But in couple of decades, as I mentioned, हमारे पास वो infrastructure होगी, and we'll make sure that everybody is flying to India for these studies.
Definitely. Since we talked a lot about money and ROI and a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I want to just get the idea of one thing, that what scholarships are available, because that also plays a major role in a study. So are there any like such scholarships which can help students?
Yes.
And till at of what amount?
So I'll tell you a lot of scholarships. So first, our indigenously launched scholarship, that is MAST, M-A-S-T. We've launched it and we have the examination on 16th of February.
Yeah.
And you can claim up to 1.25 crore scholarship. Up to 1.25. It's huge money. So a student could definitely get this examination done. It would be an R examination. अगर उनके स्कोर बहुत अच्छे आते हैं, they could claim a good amount of scholarship from Physics Wala and AcadFly, and they can use that money for their education in abroad, any country. It's not just for UK, for any country they can use that. Yeah, that's a valid question, because the fees, the accommodation cost, everything is high in abroad. So you have to get that money if you can't afford the budget.
Yeah, definitely.
And what can help you in this is how skillful you are, how good you are in your academics, and on the basis of that you can definitely avail scholarship. We in PW also, we are running a scholarship which is MAST, M-A-S-T. You can go to a AcadFly page, you can see the details, enroll yourself. It's an examination for an hour, and I believe, I'm not sure, but it's on 16th of February.
Yeah, it's on 16th of February.
Yeah, it's on 16th of February. You can get that examination done, and you can definitely avail the scholarship. You can check out the details on AcadFly. Apart from that, the university also gives you a scholarship in UK. So if you're very good students, if your letter of recommendation, so again, there are a lot of documents that you have to submit. So if you have a very great letter of recommendation, SOP, and you've got really great academic marks, there's a possibility that you can definitely get scholarship from the university itself. Okay. Apart from that, there are also some platforms, some social work platforms like DAD. DAD is again a platform from where you could get support for scholarship, and if not like amongst these, you can also avail and get loan
And
sanctioned for UK.
it's a public platform in UK, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So even nothing works for you, maybe you have not got really great marks, quite good academic mark sheet, but at the same time, there's a possibility that you get an offer from the university and you can get a loan sanctioned for that respective university. So, आपको वो loan लेना है, you have to invest that,
Yeah.
get that return, complete that loan as soon as possible, and you can earn more. So it's quite easy for UK, because when you have an offer letter from UK, banks would be again running behind you
Yeah,
to get
I was
your
coming on that point as well.
it's
Talking
easy.
about loans.
It's easy.
Yeah.
So in AcadFly, we support the students, assist them for everything.
Yeah.
There's something that I wanted to say that आपके academics marks तो important है ही है. उसके अलावा there are a couple of documents that you have to submit. That is letter of recommendation. So your teacher recommending you to the university कि यार
And teacher can be your school teacher.
yeah, school teacher. So it can be any teacher, but mostly we suggest कि आप chemistry या biology teacher से लाओ, because अगर एक biology का doctorate जिसने अपनी research complete कर रखी है, PhD कर रखी है, and वो recommend कर रहा है कि इस student को अपनी university में पढ़ाओ, ये बहुत अच्छा student है. So that would enhance your profile and portfolio when you're submitting it to the university. And the second thing is your SOP, your statement of purpose. Why you want to go to UK? क्या, क्यों, किस चीज़ ने तुम्हें motivate किया UK? So if you make these documents in a very good way, आपके selection के chances बढ़ जाते हैं. Now in AcadFly Physics वाला, we assess the student for everything. SOP मैं खुद तो बना नहीं सकता, बट अगर आप अपने मुझे बताओ that I wanted to go to UK for these reasons, you have to draft an SOP, and then we would mold it into the best possible SOP it could be. We would enhance it हर तरीके से, कि किस तरीके से इसे पोर्ट्रे किया जाएगा, that the university would shortlist the student, and at the same time हम लोन असिस्टेंस भी देते हैं, दैट अगर आपके सारे डॉक्यूमेंट्स आगे हैं, यू गॉट एन ऑफर लेटर. सो मोस्टली ऐसा होता है ना कि कंसल्टेंसी हाथ खड़े कर देते हैं कि अब तो भाई हमारा काम था ऑफर लेटर लाना, हमने कर दिया, नाउ इट्स अप टू यू हाउ यू वांट टू मैनेज द बजट. लेट्स सपोज आपने इस पूरे प्रोसीजर में 20,000 रुपए डाले या 30,000 रुपए डाले या 1 लाख डाले या 2 लाख डाले, सिर्फ प्रोसीजर में, एंड देन आपकी कंसल्टेंसी हाथ खड़े कर दे कि भाई इसके आगे मैं नहीं कर सकता, मेरा काम था ऑफर लेटर आना, तो आपके वो पूरे पैसे तो वेस्ट हो गए. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव स्टार्टेड दिस इनिशिएटिव amongst everybody. Nobody basically do that until and unless you get an offer letter. They would be with you. Once that is done, they just raise their hand. So we help them, the students, we help them for the loan procedure. अगर उनको बाहर से कराना है वो बाहर से भी कराते हैं. It's up to them. It's not कि हमें हमारे तरीके से करना है, अगर वो जिस तरीके से चाहते हैं. But if they want to have any information regarding to the loan procedure, if they seek any assistance, we are always there. And it's not just that this ties get apart once they fly to UK. आपके 5 साल कुछ भी problems हो रहे हैं, you could definitely reach out to AcadFly. And there are very silly things students come out, they just call us for. So even for the silliest thing, you can definitely call our operation team कि मेरे light नहीं आ रही, मेरे को पानी नहीं मिल रहा. Even for that, you won't believe the operation team here assists the students to an extent that I can't think. कि बच्चा किसी भी चीज़ के लिए फ़ोन कर रहे हैं, they're always there. So अगर आप 5 साल की जर्नी में भी आपको कुछ भी हो रहा है, it's not कि हमारा प्रोसीजर खत्म हो गया when you fly. You would still get the assistance from the team for everything, and it can be anything.
So like it's like pre and post health both.
Yeah, pre and
Right.
post, and this is for every country we supply to, not just in UK. Every single country we supply to, we give them pre and post. There are possibilities कि हमारी टीम शायद उनके साथ जाएंगी उनको
That's great.
यूनिवर्सिटी तक छोड़ने. And this is what we have done in past कि हम यूनिवर्सिटीज तक बच्चों को छोड़ने गए. So this is an initiative which makes the parent a bit really like they feel
With a sense of relief. That,
yeah, sense of relief
yeah.
because बच्चों से पेरेंट्स को बहुत प्यार होता है. उनको ऐसा होता है कि I'm risking something और
Yeah.
मैं उनको 1 साल के लिए नहीं, 1 महीने के लिए नहीं,
5-6
पूरे 5 साल के लिए
भेज
भेज
रहे हो
रहे हैं. That is not just 5 साल, that can go up to 10 साल
10 साल, definitely.
and it can go up to lifelong.
Yeah.
Definitely आप अपने पेरेंट्स को बुला सकते हो once you complete certain amount, certain number of years. You can get your ILR, which is indefinite leave to remain. You can live in UK for indefinite period of time, and then also you can get the permanent residence. So ऐसा नहीं है कि आप अपने पेरेंट्स को नहीं बुला सकते, but हमेशा बच्चों के लिए पेरेंट्स को डर लगता है. So we gonna assist the candidates. We gonna be with them for the day they enroll till the day they complete their MBBS, and we won't even hesitate to go to UK or any country they are studying. Once they complete their MBBS, we'd be the people standing behind them, because it's an achievement for us. It's not
Yeah.
that they have completed their education or their MBBS. It's an achievement for us कि we were a part of it.
Yeah, of
So-
somebody's success journey. So that's gonna be a wrap. But before that, I have a very important question for you. Since you yourself have been a part of this journey for 6 years, like you
Yeah.
have a 6-year experience in that. So, like, what are the ancillary services? How are the ancillary services there? Since we're talking about the operations and they help students a lot. So, like, how are the ancillary services there, and how AcadFly
So-
helps with that?
So AcadFly, as a student, even if with zero knowledge about abroad studies,
Yeah.
okay, let's just take UK in this part. You have zero knowledge how to fly to UK, you come to us. So there would be first point of contact who would give you the initial counseling. That procedure क्या है, क्या fee structure है, कैसे जा सकते हैं, क्या क्या documents चाहिए होंगे.
Yeah.
Once you complete it, then we have our main counselor who would maybe if you're in the city, they can meet your parents
Yeah.
personally. You can come to the office, meet us personally. It can be on video call. They give a brief counseling where
Alright.
everything is included. क्या प्रोसीजर है, पेरेंट्स, बिकॉज पेरेंट्स को बहुत ज़्यादा डर लगता है, तो उनको सारी चीज़ें समझाना. एवरीथिंग इज बीन catered there. Once the counseling part is done, then we have the operation team. So the operation team also, we have pre and post.
Yeah.
The pre-operation team would help you getting your SOP done, your LOR being submitted, your mark sheet submitted to the university, getting in touch with the university to get the offer letter as soon as possible. Once they have the offer letter, then we have a loan team would help you with the loan if you seek any.
Yeah.
And once everything is done and you're flying, then comes the post operation team who would help you with the visa procedure, flying tickets, everything, and
Accommodation there.
yeah, everything. They would help you with everything. Accommodation team would help you how to find an accommodation, what all accommodation you could get, the fare for everything. And then the post operation team also help you to reach to the airport, getting everything done in at the airport. They also help you at the airport, because बहुत बच्चे ऐसे भी हमारे पास आते हैं जिन्होंने कभी फ्लाई नहीं किया, जिनको प्रोसीजर नहीं पता है.
Yeah.
So हमारी टीम एयरपोर्ट भी जाती है, हमारी टीम वहाँ से बच्चों को उनकी यूनिवर्सिटी तक भी ले जाती है. So
That's great.
there's a possibility. Not every time. Let's suppose कोई 2 बच्चे जा रहे हैं यहाँ से UK के लिए, maybe we don't fly. But अगर 10 बच्चे जा रहे हैं, 12 बच्चे जा रहे हैं, we take the responsibility to make sure कि वो यूनिवर्सिटी तक जाएं. Otherwise we assist them airport पे, we make them settle सब कुछ करके, they fly, and at the destination we have somebody to take care of them. how to, because first time you don't know tubes कैसे लेनी है, buses कैसे मिलेंगी,
Yeah.
everything, every information is provided to them. And after that, for the entire journey that you basically invest for your MBBS, the post operation team would always assist you for everything. अगर आपको अपनी टिकट्स वापस आने की भी करानी है आफ्टर 1.5 year की, सर मैं वापस अपने फैमिली से मिलना चाहता हूँ तो मेरी वापस आने की टिकट करानी है, वी कैन डेफिनेटली असिस्ट देम कि आपकी टिकट्स कैसे करानी है, क्या करना है, सब कुछ.
That's great. And even I've heard that I was, I was having the words with any of your counselor, and then I got to know that you guys also assist in packing the bags as well.
Yeah,
you tell the basic needs as well, that okay, these things you have to pack in your bag.
So there was a student who actually texted us, I guess 2 days back or 3 days back, that so we were sending some things to the students.
Yeah.
So, बच्चों के लिए हम कुछ चीजें भेज रहे थे. So उनकी families
Some hampers.
So that kid was texting something to his parent, and he sent a screenshot of that to us कि सर ये please manage करवा देना, and it was like सूखा धनिया ले आना and ये मसाले ले आना, फिर ये चीजें लेना, and we were like, मतलब this is something that we would do. मतलब अगर कोई भी help चाहिए, operation team is always there. Our director recently traveled to Georgia, met the students, बच्चों को जो भी चीज़ें ले जानी थी उनके लिए वो सब कुछ करके गए.
Wow, that's great.
So it's very important that you feel like it's your family.
Definitely.
But it's funny that they say these things that ये ले आना वो ले आना, but actually it's very hard for them to find these things.
Definitely.
In different countries.
And you
we will help them.
And you have developed a certain kind of taste buds, so now you can't be, very much
and
comfortable
actually,
with their food.
This process takes almost months. So ये process खत्म होते होते हम शायद बहुत अच्छे दोस्त बन जाते हैं उन बच्चों के.
Great.
तो they don't even hesitate कि सर मेरे ना लाइट नहीं आ रहा, प्लीज आप एक बार वेंडर से बात करके वो करवा दो.
Wow.
So this is something I actually love. My operation team sometimes ask कि मुझे 1:30 बजे कॉल आया था. I feel good that you
Students
have that
trust
sense
you.
of responsibility यार कि मुझे कोई 1:30 बजे रात को फोन करके बोलता है, and which is not even my family कि सर मुझे परेशानी हो रही है. So अगर आप किसी की लाइफ में ये जगह बना पाते हो, if you exist in somebody's life with such a huge responsibility, that itself shows that you're doing the right thing.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
actually we have started feeling that in AcadFly we are doing the right thing, just growing exponentially. हर countries possible करना है हमें, हर countries में भेजना है बच्चों को, and at the same time हम अपने एक्सपेक्टेशंस और बच्चों के एक्सपेक्टेशंस बढ़ाना चाहते हैं. हमें नहीं बुरा लगता कि बच्चे हमारे पास आए और उनकी ये भी एक्सपेक्टेशंस हो कि सर मेरे ये काम भी आप कर दोगे. वी आर लाइक हमने खुद के एक्सपेक्टेशंस वो पहले से सेट कर रखे कि हमें ये भी करना है उनके लिए. सो इन फ्यूचर ईयर एंड रिसेंटली इफ़ यू कंपेयर अस विद एनीबॉडी, हम वो सारी चीज़ें कर रहे हैं जो मोस्टली लोग नहीं करते. हम इसलिए कर रहे हैं बिकॉज इन फिजिक्स वाला फॉर अस इट्स लाइक we take the initiative and change the entire market. We started doing it, now everyone has to do it.
That's the initial essence of physics wala only.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have started it in a way that it's quite impossible for people. They might have never thought कि ये चीज़ें भी कोई assist करेगा कि बच्चों को छोड़ने जा रहे हैं, बच्चों के 5 साल का ध्यान भी रख रहे हैं, but हम करेंगे because ये हमारी तरफ से एक ऐसा initiative है where we feel that it's a social care. And care for our students who basically belongs to India. So उनके लिए हम कुछ भी करेंगे.
All right. So like that sounds great. That seems great. That gives a sense of relief to the students and the parents as well. What AcadFly is doing for them.
Yeah.
And I think that's the wrap of the session. I have asked major questions. If you guys have any question related to MBBS in UK, you're definitely welcome. You can simply put a comment down below and definitely we can create another episode answering all your questions. That's it for today's episode. Thank you, Keshav. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Shatakshi. As I've told you, it was really a great platform for me to share all my knowledge share all my expertise, and at the same time, as I've told you that I would have appreciated if somebody has given me these knowledge. I might have not been sitting here,
Yeah.
and मैं शायद UK में doctor होता. Maybe I was not that good in my academics. Maybe नहीं होता. But at least मेरे पास ये knowledge होता.
Knowledge होती तब, yeah.
But yes, this is a good platform for me to reach out to students, and to make sure that everybody know these information. Doesn't matter how you persuade, you want to do the entire process by your own, it's fine. But it's very important that you know the entire process, that how these things needs to be done. And that's all.
Definitely. So, like, now since you have all the information, and if you are someone who is trying to pursue MBBS from a foreign country, and or if you are not able to clear NEET, you don't need to stress. You can simply opt for options. There are multiple options in abroad. You can opt for them. Okay, so that's the wrap of the episode. Thank you so much for watching us, and subscribe to AcadFly. See you next time.